Shell, his first carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Brady now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Goal 50. 40's the mark.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Wait, that 53. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Check 37, check 37.
48 month.
Hey, Alabama.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson, option right. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Set, hut, and ring. 52. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll fit rolling to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Check. Cross.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's been a long day for you. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
He's checking. Crash. Bang.
Check it.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 3 win now. Hey, Orbit.
Mike 40. Let's go, D.
Mike 40. Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
40's mine. 40's mine.
Hey, Echo. Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on. Check it. Hey, seam 6.
Mike 40. Check tight. Check tight.
50.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Motion.
Hey, goal 66. Hey, check it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Ozzy. Go Bandit.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He hits right, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
SOS.
72.
Brady gives to Michelle. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Wait, set. 380.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
All day, baby. All day. All day. Alpha.
Check. 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 Ford is the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's.
72.
3 buzz. 3 buzz.
Hey, 66.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 40. Hey, pick your game up.
Shadow.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Take me a sugar.
Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Ingram again. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Ravens.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
53, Mike. Check.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Here we go again.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
I think the easy analysis is that he had nowhere to go with the football. But he held on to it for so long, didn't get rid of it, and then just gave up.
Yeah, the coverage was good downfield, no doubt. But if you're going to hold on to the ball that long and then just cradle it at the end of, you're right, it felt like he gave up a little bit.
If you're going to do that, do it early. Get the play over with. Don't wait that long and then give up. Your guys expect you to try and make a play.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On
2nd and 7, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 15-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
Alert! Hey, exit. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Let him know.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
Brandon, so often we talk about whether or not a quarterback was surprised by the pressure, by the blitz. Most of the time, they're not surprised by that, but the speed in which someone gets there. And on this play, I don't think he had any other chance or choice.
Are they taught in that situation just to tuck it and go down?
Yeah, when you don't even have an opportunity to look downfield and assess what's going on, cover it, take care of the football. Don't turn something bad into something worse.
He's going to look deep for Edelman. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson, options out left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Tight down. There you go. Let's go.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. He finds Roberts, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Here's Ingram. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? On 4th down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Let's get in there.
Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Let's go on. No, 66.
Now Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun